Hello fellas, welcome back to Reldeth's world. I'm Reldeth, the summoner, and in the last episode we pretty much made this colossal massive thing here. Well, we did the redstone for it. The previous one we did the actual main box and the outbit here, like previous, and then in the last episode, if my mouse will work, we did pretty much all the redstone here and that one up there. And everything works, and it's all working perfectly now after the little kerfuffle we had with it beforehand. So we are actually getting all of the types of stuff that we actually want. So yeah, we're getting the right stuff now, and I didn't go too much longer. We've got a nice chunk of gold here. Not really much any of the others because obviously it fills as it goes. Got a nice chunk of the rotten flesh that we can trade to a cleric, I believe. So that'd be useful. And we're getting, we've got a little bit of stuff on this now, which is nice and helpful. I think pretty much everything except the very end stuff has something that's it's filled up the top, so it all comes through. I believe so. Damn it. String is, so basically from string this way, it's a little rarer. Ender pearls, obviously not close, they're half the amount. Obsidian, I've only got about 4 obsidian, I think. Between 4 and 6 obsidian, I think we've got total. But obviously the more we do, the better. We've got soul speed 1, which sucks ass. And some iron boots with soul speed 3. That's not too bad, but I think if you... Am I right in thinking if you do it on soul... Is it soul sand? You actually go double as slow as what you would be walking on soul sand. If you do on soul soil, that's what makes you go faster. Splash pressure fire resistance, that's not too bad. Nice. So yeah, and then we've got a couple of things there. And then obviously... we've got a few things up here. This coal is getting low already, so I need to go for a little mining session. So everything's all nice and working now. Little guy's still in there, and everything up here is pretty much as is. I think oh god, I think the only thing I need to do now is probably, whoops, that wasn't. Is probably get like a chest. I could put some snowballs in, so I can throw them at him, so he's not so. I don't have to punch him all the time. Punching him might work, but if he dies, it means I've got to go and get another one, which is going to be more annoying. And I think snowballs basically do virtually no damage. And so, with that, what are we doing in this episode? Well, pretty much. Remember the the standard mob farm we had? This one, yeah. Well, this one is a little bitty, I'm not going to say it's naff. It's not naff. However, it's, well, for starters, I need to expand this outwards. This basically needs to probably go another 3 on each side, because I keep getting things fall into this. And it's, all the stuff's in the wrong place there. It's not too bad. Like, we've got a nice few stacks, and I've not really been on this much. Look at that. Basically the same amount of rotten flesh. I'm going to sell loads to the things, but I've got 0 of the spider eyes, and that's what we need. So you can get those through this, but it's you can only get them from, oh god, which way is no, wait, there. The only way you can get these through that is through this is with witches, and they're quite a rare spawn, and they're not 100% likely to drop those. I think they're in about 25 or 50% likely to drop a spider eye. So we've got lots of string, got a few bones. I need to get some dogs really. A few arrows. Not that I'd need many arrows because I'm gonna when my bow has infinity on it. Well, yes, well, it will do when I put it on it. I haven't put it on yet. But other than that being not quite as efficient, so we're going to make a spider farm pretty much. To compensate for the lack of spider eyes. But there's a few things I've noticed with this update. We've got a bit of a population crisis, like an actual population crisis. Basically, I think with obviously the update and everything, they've updated to 1.3, everything is now, well, basically that and that is now broken. So now, I don't think it was a 1.6 issue, because it was all working in at M16 and I think maybe 161. I think when I went to 3, I think at one point this was a problem because they kept merging between this. I've often found a baby sort of like half in this block, and I think when it grows up and then just slithers out this way, I think that's what's been happening with it. But basically now in 1.6, they don't stand in the middle of these anymore. Like they can land on beds, which basically means now I've got to put glass all the way around the top of this. Now I've got to get some 2 new ones into here, put glass around the top, pretty much. I knew I was going to do that in line with this block. So now that all the way around this has to be glass. I don't even know if I might even need to have to do something with this. Maybe a trapdoor there. Oh, that's gonna be. Gonna have to figure that out. I may have to drop it down one as well. Drop it down one, and then hopefully they'll still work and something on that. I've got to work something out with that. But in the meantime, I've got enough villagers. But I have worked out basically they can land on the beds now. The beds are a spawner platform now, so I've basically got to put those half slabs over the top of all the beds, and then change these ones just here around the workstations to glass. I've got to do that. I'll do that pretty much offline because it's literally just menial tasks that don't really matter. Well, they do matter because now I'm getting literally 0 iron. So that needs changing, and I need to do the same with that. However, we're not doing that today. I'll do it offline after this lot. But today we are doing a little project. And these are the little projects that we're doing. Well, I say projects, it's project. We're making one of these basically. We're making that one. If you look at there, that's our little mob spawner as well. Our main mob spawner. I had this one as well, but this one uses water instead of a flying machine, so it's a bit more laggy. This one is alright, but you've got to make sure you're inside the vicinity, otherwise your flying machine dies if you unload it as it's running. So yeah, you better not do that. So that's so this one's all right, but this one's less laggy, but you have to stay within pretty close to it. But this one's more laggy, but you can come away from it, although it doesn't really matter. This one is what we're making. These are pretty much 2 of the same design thing. I've made these myself with the well, quote unquote. I have made these myself with my own logics and that, but they are based off like the main standard designs. I've seen the designs before. I couldn't tell you who's made them, but this one's my design. There's probably more efficient ones, but this is pretty efficient for what I need, pretty much. So, how does it work? Pretty simple. Spiders spawn in here. Nothing else can spawn because of these slabs. If you want, you can use this as a creeper and a spider farm. You just got to remove all these slabs and put a trapdoors instead. So if you put trapdoors in here, just like that, you'll be able to spawn both spiders and creepers. So that's a thing you can do. I probably will do that for creeper farm, but I think our main ones are getting enough for that. So spiders will spawn on here, and I think it's like 64, well, every so many game ticks, basically 1 stack of these, we get spiders get flushed off of this I think it's about every minute or so, every minute or so, give or take. I think maybe a bit less. So obviously they get flushed off of there, they end up in here. And then obviously the flow into this gap. This tunnel, this tube, is pretty much the only difference between these two. Well, obviously, and the cleanliness of the design, because this was just a mock-up, and then there was this, and then this ended up being more efficient. So we're just stuck with that and cleaned it up. But basically, they'll come down the chute, and it works basically as both a spider eye and strength farm, as you guess. But only if you want spider eyes, you have to physically kill them yourself. It works pretty efficiently. You've got to turn it on. It takes about a minute to set up to begin with. But if you want to AFK, you could just stand on this like that, and then it closes off all this, and then the spider just drops straight down there and die on this. So that's pretty much that. Because it's virtually, I think drop height is about there. That's the main drop height. So because they're landing in water here, they won't die. So the flush. So now is no flush on. So pretty much when you see this light on, the water's being flushed out. So it does take about a minute. So it's not too bad. It's pretty decent design, I believe. As long as you don't get too close, you're okay. Yeah. So if you go there, if you go back a little bit, you're fine. And you just give a nice little whack. I've left these gaps in purposely, basically because this one is not too bad, but this one you get spiders stuck in here. You give it a nice little whack. There we go. There we go. Here they come. So that was pretty quick. So I could just give them a nice little whack now. And there we go. Got some spider eyes. There we go. Let's turn it off for now. It can spawn obviously spider jockeys and stuff. The only difference you've got to do there is the die. There we go. So you can get spider jockeys in this. Pretty much with them, all you got to do is basically just kill the skeleton as quickly as possible. That's pretty much all you got to do there, and you more often be fine. There we go, and it duels as an experience farm. If I go like that, 28. That is basically within 10 minutes. You get about 28 levels every 10-ish minutes. And if I look into this chest, that's pretty much about 10. Why am I missing a stack there? I think that used to be a stat there. So basically that, and maybe this bit is like extra what I've just got. Maybe this bit is what I've just got. So that's pretty much 10 minutes worth of elf constant whacking. So I'd say it's a pretty decent for my needs anyway. So this is what we're going to make. Now it's quite big, and I could make screenshots like I actually used to do that. I used to just take lots and lots of screenshots, and I literally just went I literally just pressed F1 and just make screenshot, went to another side, screenshot, another one, screenshot. Yeah, no longer, because I have discovered this mod. It's basically like Matica. It's basically Schematic, but the light version, which is basically exactly the same. So what we do with this, in fact, I'll probably show you on the actual main thing. Go away, spiders. So then, what we need to do with the our little thing is we've got a little scaffolding block there. That's basically around about where I want it, but up there. So all you gotta do is press M. If you want settings, it's MC. Just M for this up. So what you do is you get a stick, a nice little sticky stick, and basically inside your little testing place, or where your main thing is, you basically you have to get the right buttons. So you have to go to schematics, and then is it schematics? Which one is it? Schematic? Is it the manager? No. Which one is it? Loaded schematics? No. Load? No. Is it? All right. Load schematic, and then load schematic. No. Which one is it? Where is it? Configure. No. Schematic projects, and then you create a project, and then it comes up in here as one full project thing. You could then use your little sticky stick to basically get the two corners, or however you want to design it. You can move and nudge and stuff, but I tend to like just get the bottom corner, get the top corner, and then just nick the whole lot. And then you basically save that schematic. It basically it'll say, look at your area, and you can save it, and then you can take a picture as well. And once you've saved that, you go to load schematics in the world you want it. For example, this one. So over here, I've got the spider farm. You can put a little picture of it just to show what it actually is. It tells you how much regions, how many volumes. 94,000 blocks volume. That includes air blocks, obviously. And then how many physical blocks you have to do, and obviously the size of the thing. So it was roughly 39, 62 by 39, nice and square. So I like my things, I like them nice and square, it's fun. So pretty much what you do is you load this schematic. Here we go. So now we have, obviously you can see the schematic is here now. So if I right click here, I can see it will basically tag where this is. So I want this virtually in the middle of this. So where is the center? Here. So I need to, so let's say that's the center there. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And so fellas, I've put that pretty much in the place I want it to be now. I've got some torches down the bottom of here. I will put a little pathway of them on the way up there. So what, I've got a couple of things I want to show you. I'm going to need a few of these for now. Let's do that for now. Where's I'm looking for my pressure plate, bit of redstone. Yeah, that should do for now. Oh, I need 4 blocks as well. Just a few of those. That should do for now. Right. I think that's just the main quick stuff to thingy. So as you can see, we have right up there behind the clouds either 1 or 2 pink blocks that the cloud keeps getting rid of. Right up there. I can't zoom in or anything, so well, I can. Whoop. Quick. Oh, that's not really helped at all. Like actually at all. Oh wait, no, there it is. Yeah, poor man zoom. There you go. We've got a few pink blocks. That tells me that we are above what is considered the base level, which is basically where this block is, because that's how I set it. So that's a 90. So I know for a fact we're pretty much on the right level. And if we head on up, here we are. We're at this level now. So as you can see, we've got all the way to here, and yeah, so these are some pink ones. So this is where the main base level is, and if you go up, we can pretty much get to this point where I think I've actually made virtually exactly literally one too many. Yeah. So now then, we've got a couple of things we could do here. So a couple of things. First off, even though this thing is awesome, also page up, page down is the standard button. I can go up and down certain levels, so I know what's what. Really, I should start with this level, but I need to get a footing first. So let's start with that level. That chest is secondary. What I'm going to do, I'm going to like send these down like I did. Well, I'll probably like throw them down like I did this, just shoot them down. Make a platform, put them all in. It'd probably easier. I'll have to do that just off here. That'll be done secondary, which means I need more items. You go up and down, change between the different layers. I need blocks underneath as well. But I'm going to do a quick setup of this now. Although this thing is awesome, it's very awesome. It's been made so much better. And we go to materialist. We can actually see the most awesome thing I've ever seen in my life, and that is basically a count of the exact items and how many in stacks, how much you need. So you need a total of 2,588 smooth stone slabs, or in layman's terms, 40 stacks, 40 times 64, and 28. So I know exactly how many I have to get, and that is the best thing. I don't care. Like, literally, even if this mod had just this, I would get it just for this, because I've spent no end counting, actually physically counting blocks as to what I need. It's actually ridiculous. This thing is freaking awesome. You have no idea. So, other than this thing here, so we've got this. Oh, well, that's gonna be. Yeah, it should be alright if I stay up here. So I can pick block. So I can actually, if I click here, I've got the slabs in my hand. Here, I've got redstone in my hand. I can't place that yet because I need those blocks. So You also have, oh, that's going to be a bit annoying. So I can't place this block here, obviously, because I haven't made a tower of anything. And this is going to be, and this is why I hate these things, because it's impossible to make a tower with these. There we go. See, now I can shift. So, this, although it's nice and cool having it like this, I can't do anything with this. I've pretty much just got to build it how I think it needs to be built. So, I'm just going to put these here. I'm actually going to put on top, actually, thinking about it. Because that way things don't spawn on this. Oh, it didn't fall. I thought it fell. This one probably will fall. Yep, there we go. So that's going like that. So I can go on here. I'm just going to go around this. So now I have a platform. Now these, as you see, they're in purple. Basically, it means this is basically a block that isn't in the schematic. You can ignore it if you need to, but that's your choice. So I could just do that, and I know now I'm not going to fall because I am a stupid person and I tend to fall off of these things. I fell off the blooming zombie farm 3 times. So yeah, I've died to falling and stuff. Oh well, yeah, literally 6 out of 7 of my falls were through. Is it 5? It might be 5. I think it's 6. I think it's 6, but it might be 5 because I think I may have did it once with the an iron golem there. I've forgotten. How did I die the second? I think I can't remember. I may have failed maybe an iron golem. I need to go back and look. So here. There we go. So I can get to that. As soon as I'm on there, that's fine. I can then see that. So if I go page up, yeah, there's nothing in the way. Right, so I've got a platform now I can stand on. Now, this is pretty nice. I know exactly where I need to do some stuff. And if I put thingy there, I can see that's now solid. Or I can go to the customized menu. You can change colours if you want. Change different overlays and stuff. Change this, right? But one thing is pretty good. Easy place mode. Put this to true. I can literally do that. The only problem then is if you do things like this, you can't place that obviously because there's no block underneath it like that. And speaking of block underneath it, I actually need to do the actual block that's underneath it. So give it to this. So, ooh, look at that! Easy place mode has actually placed both of those blocks for me. Now it won't place anything like that because pretty much you can't, because it recognises it as an iron block instead, so you won't be able to place things like that. I can literally just spam click. I don't have to do anything like right click, paste, place, 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 place. Does it exist in my inventory? Yes, it does. So I can literally just place it like that, and that is kind of awesome. Let me know if you think this is a bit cheaty though, because I don't know if it's classed as a little bit cheaty. Problem is when you want to put stuff that isn't in the schematic, it basically stops you placing them. So while you're going to do stuff like that, you kind of want to make sure you've got easy mode off. So false, you want to do that. And if you hold, you can put a hold one, so you just go and it will do it. And so fellas, we are here with the replay mod Timelapse of pretty much building that spider farm. So we pretty much start at the bottom. We had the little the smart little mechanism to turn it on and off from the base. You've got it 2 areas. You've got the lever and the pressure plate to do standard or AFK. Obviously you've got the drop tower, and then you have the pretty much the base we have here. It's a pretty simple system. It literally, you just got the spawning platforms. It's pretty much the landing platform and then the drop chute. It's mostly it. There isn't really much to it. I think the only other bit you've got is literally just the 2 towers to send the signals up and down. That's basically it. Oh, and you've got like you have a bit of the observers down the centre, but the rest is pretty simple. It doesn't take much at all. So pretty much as you enjoyed this, there's a few things I wanted to go over with you. One thing would be how are you guys finding this series so far? We are on the infamous episode 10, so we're in the double digits now. I'm hoping I can get one pretty much every other week, because they do take some time, especially when you've got things like this going on. It took me a week to make this, just because of the time scale it takes, and I've been working constantly elsewise, so it just takes some time. So let me know how you're doing with these, and give me some comments as well about how you are finding like things like this as well. Do you want me to do more of this replayed mod stuff? Do you want less of it? Do you want shorter ones, longer ones, and maybe some other ideas you've got for the series? Because I'm pretty sure you've probably got some better ideas than I have. I've got some ideas for what I want for my main base when it comes to that, but that's a little out of the way yet. Before I get to that, I want to basically have beaten the dragon and got an elytra. That's when I'll probably start my main base, or start finding an area for my main base. So that's what we've got for now. Next episode, what we'll probably be doing, it would be pretty much working on getting all the things I need for the village stuff. And that's pretty much, that's basically what we're working towards now. And once that village, those villages strips are worked out, and we have them, the rest of the game is going to sweep by. So look forward to that, and hopefully we can get some massive, awesome looking farms. So that's pretty much what I'm aiming for. But so yeah, give me some feedback. I do appreciate that feedback. It helps me a lot. Like the video if you are liking the series as well, because it really gives me ideas as to what you guys like. It helps immensely. Just things like that. So I can't really say much else about that. And if you do want to carry on with the series, it gives it a nice little subscribe as well, just so you get some nice little feeds. You've got the bell if you want to get some notifications. It's all your choice. And one other thing, if you want to see me do some other things other than Minecraft, like all the my Factorios you've been seeing and that thing with Jazz, check out my Twitch series, Mondays at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, though, let me head back to my little world. And there we go, fellas. We have the whole thing, and I've actually got a lot of spare items I didn't actually use. These will all go back down. I'll sort them out in a second. So yeah, this actually works. I've actually already used it a little bit. The only thing left to do will be to make a landing platform for all the items somewhere down here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to use it for a little bit, let it throw out some items and see like where the spread is. And that's pretty much the main gist. And what I could do is I can make another one of those that you can't see, all that line there. Basically make another one of those down here as to where all the there we go, it's flushing now. So as to where they'll drop, and that's pretty much it. And that will get us our spider eyes for our weakness poisons. We then have our gold in the nether for our things. We've got 9 gold there. We also then have our apples, pretty much from any tree I want to chop down, because I've got so many as it is already. So yeah, we can then sort out an actual thing for this then. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you me making that what's the name? The how should I call it? Storage, because it's going to be pretty boring. And plus, I've pretty much showed you how the one under there works, and maybe that one did work exactly this. It's going to work exactly the same. Hello, spider. Come on. There you go. And it works with this looting 3 as well. Nice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got to do now. So I'm going to sort this out. give us a go, and I'll see you probably in the next episode. So be sure to like the video, subscribe to see some more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, I didn't really need to go over that. I would have been over it once. See you, fellas.